country on a dedicated mission to unite the races and bring conservative values back to America. His experience and ability to captivate an audience make him a highly sought-after speaker from Los Angeles to New York and everywhere in between. Jesse Lee Peterson has given speeches at Tea Party rallies, universities, conservative clubs, churches, pro-life events, men's groups, annual conventions, and more. But with so many different events all over the country, Jesse's schedule fills up quickly. So the time to book Reverend Peterson for your event is now. Call speaking coordinator Sherry Johnson and insist Jesse Lee Peterson speak in your city today. Call 1-877-WEAC-77. That's 1-877-932-2877 and ask where Jesse is speaking next. It may be near you because Jesse Lee Peterson goes everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
Never knows how you come across somebody once in a while you shouldn't have messed with. That's me.
I am not an African American.
You're Oreo cookie, white in the inside and black on the outside.
I don't have an afro, I have an Amerifro.
Talking that idiotic stuff you talk about, I will slap you.
Go ahead. It makes my day.
Black at the ace of spades, but 100% American.
Heard around the world by everybody and their mama. The Jesse Lee Peterson Radio Show.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. Welcome to the second hour of the show. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. The Bible Go-To Guy is coming up in the third hour. The next hour, you do not want to miss out on that. We're going to be talking with Rachel Beliski. She's part of the so-called Occupy LA movement, and she's going to be here with us in a few minutes. And then we'll read your emails and Facebook comments. Some amazing stuff, folks. You do want to hear this. You don't want to miss it. I held my first hour guest over for a few minutes just so that she can finish some points that she wanted to make. Kirsten West Savali, she is a senior news editor at yourblackworld.com. She also writes on blackvoices.com and loop21.com. And she writes about race issues, politics, just the whole thing. She wrote an article that was entitled Dr. King Supported Margaret Sanger and Planned Parenthood. Why won't you? But in all honesty, she has not given me any real proof except for receiving the Margaret Sanger Award from Dr. King, and that was just to shut him up. I know that Martin Luther King Jr.'s nutty wife, Coretta Scott King, supported abortion, but she also supported homosexuality. So I think after Dr. King was assassinated, I'm just thinking out loud that maybe Coretta Scott King lost her mind or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. Kirsten, you wanted to make another point before we end this conversation.
I actually did. I just wanted to reiterate to you and just to your listeners that Planned Parenthood is not, regardless of public opinion, is not an abortion mill. And this organization has taken blows in the wrath from the communities that is trying to serve Jesse. And we're talking about life-saving preventative education, treatment against STDs, unplanned pregnancies, HIV and AIDS, and these disproportionately affect our communities. And when you talk about the relationship between Dr. King and Margaret Sanger, he understood, which I said earlier, that it's not an academic or ordinary interest for the African-American community. For the global black community, there is a special and urgent concern for family planning. And I would just also like to say, do your own research, read. But
if they're trying to save lives, why are they killing the unborn child? Where is the life saving? Let me ask though, where is the life saving in that?
The life saving is preventing women from or catching breast cancer early.
No, I said that for the unborn child that they're killing. Where is the life saving in that?
The life saving is, again, you're talking in subjectives about what is and what defines unborn. You're talking about murder as opposed to a medical procedure, and that's a subjective. That's your opinion. That is not based on scientific fact.
Do you support abortion at the 9th month as well?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And do you think taxpayers should pay for abortions?
Taxpayers do not pay for abortion.
We do pay for abortion.
No, you do not.
No, yes, we do.
The 1976 Hyde Amendment, which Obama actually went back and reaffirmed in 2010 with an executive order, federal funds cannot be used.
You're not being honest in your dialogue.
Oh, I'm not, really.
No.
Really?
Obama, and don't even go with Obama. Obama is love abortion more than any man that I ever seen. When he first entered office,
it's funny to talk about men and abortion when the problem that a lot of women face in poverty.
Let me just finish this about abortion.
Let me finish. Men are not there.
Let me finish this about Barack.
Sure.
Barack overturned a law that we had that we would not pay for abortion in foreign countries. And the first thing that he did once he entered office is to overturn that. President Bush said no to that. Clinton said no to that. Obama said, no, we got to pay for abortions in foreign countries. That's the first thing he did when he entered office. Obama also supported a bill that when he was senator, that if a woman is had an abortion and the baby came out alive, it was a botched abortion and the baby came out alive, let the baby die on the table. Do not help the baby to survive. So you can't. Obama is not a good example.
No, I'm using Obama as an example, not of his pro-choice or whatever you feel like his stance is. That was not my point at all, so I'm not really even sure why we're having a conversation about Obama other than the fact that he reaffirmed the Hyde Amendment of 1976, which said that federal funds could not be used to fund abortions. Medicaid they do not fund elective abortions, period. And that is not dishonest dialogue. That's just the truth.
You know the sad thing about what you're doing? I know that over at Spelman College there in Georgia, they are teaching black women this type of liberal lies, and a lot of black women are being deceived. This is why the black man...
I didn't attend Spelman. I attended Clark Atlanta.
I know, but I'm just telling you, a lot of black men need to take their women back, take them away from Planned Parenthood, take them away from this liberal thinking. Because as long as men allow their wives or women to be out there, like their daughters to be out there, they're going to be deceived generation after generation. And black people have enough problems already, and they don't need Planned Parenthood or Margaret Singer or anyone else to be telling them to kill their children.
Well, actually, if you want to look at black fathers, poverty and lack of support is one of the reasons why women elect to have abortions.
No, it's a lack of character.
When you're saying that
it's a lack of character, it's not anything.
It's not a lack of character.
It is, because if these was moral women, if these were moral women, they wouldn't be having abortion.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, that's the truth.
That's your opinion. Morality is very much subjective, Jesse.
No, that's not true.
Opinion. And if you want to talk about, it's very much true. Truth is not absolute.
Why would the truth is absolute? Are you absolutely sure about that?
I am. That's very, 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 very funny. I am absolutely sure in my personal belief of what's true, just as you're absolutely sure in yours. It is subjective.
No.
Each individual person has their version of what's true. You believe it's immoral. I believe it's immoral for black fathers to leave women alone. I believe it's immoral. I absolutely believe that fathers should have a say in whether or not a woman has an abortion, if we can find most of them. That is the problem. There are startling statistics that show the level of mental illness, the level of depression, rape, poverty, when fathers are not in the home.
Well,
so
you
what
know
I'm saying to you is, let me finish my point. When you want to talk about quantity of life, you actually have to look at quality of life as well. The Republican policies are eugenics in nature.
Oh,
in nature.
God.
You look at the welfare system.
Are you serious?
I am very, 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 very much serious. I cannot get any more serious than I am right now. You look at how they're trying to stifle welfare. You look at how they're trying to stifle health care, subpar housing, education. We are dying in vast numbers. People die from poverty. There was a Republican debate where
someone said, let them die. From poverty?
They said, let them die. Do your research.
Who do you know? Come on.
They said, if people can't afford health care, what do? Do they die? Do they die?
Not in America. Come on, Kirsten.
They don't die?
Hold on, Kirsten. Hold on. I have one woman that want to ask you a quick question, and we're out of time here. Jennifer from Discovery Bay, California. You're on with Kirsten. Jennifer?
Yes, hello.
Okay, hi. Go right to your question. We have about a minute.
Well, I just want to say that Planned Parenthood is the most wicked, evil organization on earth. And anybody that stands up for Planned Parenthood is not right. You know, a baby, it starts out where the sperm goes to the egg. That sperm has life. That sperm has a soul and spirit, and it comes from God. So the man has more right over that baby than the mother.
Kirsten?
Yes, sir.
How do you respond to that?
Well, again, I would just say to you that that's your opinion. I do not share that opinion
with you.
That's your truth. That is not my truth.
No,
that is not a lot of women's truth. Planned Parenthood offers a lot of life-saving.
You're stupid. You don't even listen to Jesse when he's talking.
Jennifer, thanks for your call. I got to run. Kirsten, last word.
Okay, I would just say that if personal morality or religious convictions dictate that you not support Planned Parenthood, then, you know, I may not agree with you, but who am I to argue? But to just be force-fed this myth that Planned Parenthood is a racist organization with this thinly hidden agenda to exterminate the black community, specifically the African-American community, it could not be further from the truth. It could not be further from the truth. If we want to look at quantity of life,
do you work for them? Do you work for Planned Parenthood?
I do not work for Planned Parenthood.
You do not work for them?
I do not work for Planned Parenthood.
You receive no fund. You receive no money from them at all.
I receive no funds from Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
None at all. And what I'm saying is if you want to look at the quantity of life, you actually have to look at the quality of life as well and wonder why conservatives are more concerned with the quantity than the quality.
Kirsten,